Hi, welcome for Oracle Cloud Payroll Implementation live sessions. In our previous sessions, we have discussed about quick pay and after that how to run the prepayment payroll process and all. In this session, we are going to discuss what is object group, what are different categories we have in object groups, and why it is required, and where do we use this object groups. That's what we are going to discuss. Okay, so here object groups, we have four different categories. One is element group, payroll relationship group, work relationship group, deduction card group. We have total four categories. We have four object groups we have here. First, we'll see payroll relationship group, because this is very frequently we'll be using when we are running the payroll. In our previous sessions, we have seen how to run the payroll for single employee by using quick pay, how to run the payroll for all the employees by using standard payroll. But I want to run the payroll for group of employees. I want to run the payroll for group of employees. Then we will go for using the payroll relationship groups. Payroll relationship groups we are going to use. So the payroll relationship groups limits the persons processed for payroll. So whenever I want to run the payroll for a group of people, then we will create payroll relationship groups. So within the object group only, but the category we have to choose payroll relationship groups. Okay. Then the system will ask us which employees you want to include or which employees you want to exclude. Nothing but the payroll relationship, whatever we have, that we will try to include or exclude in the group. We can define this group statically, nothing but the hard coding values we can define. And we can also do it by using fast formulas. We can also go for dynamically set this particular option by using fast formulas. Here it is. So we can specify these options here. That is payroll relationship groups. So where do we use this? At the time of running the payroll, either for quick pay or for standard payroll, then the system will ask us select your payroll relationship group, nothing but your object group. So we will be choosing that option over there. If we define the group dynamically, for example, we have written fast formula. In the fast formula, we return some logic, and finally it's returning some values here, right? And we are trying to get that payroll relationships and information. That values will be populated. The values will be populated here. So that's the first one, payroll relationship group. The second one is here, element groups. The element is element group. The element groups limits the process payroll. In case if we want to go for group the elements, if we want to go for group the elements based on some requirement which is used for reporting or for payroll cost distribution, we'll be using. There are two categories. Run group, it specifies the elements, okay, and it's going to specify distribution, define the grouping we are going to have. We are going to have these options here. We can select that particular distribution group. So this is an element group, it will be used. Work relationship groups are mainly used whenever we are working in HCM extracts, especially custom extracts. When we try to develop the extracts, that time we'll be using this HCM extracts here. Okay, so that time we'll be using work relationship groups. And when we are working with the deduction cards, we know that when we are running the payroll, there will be earning and deductions. Both will be there, right? Earning will be there, deduction will be there. If at all you would like to go for deduction cards implementation, the deduction card groups are read-only. We cannot go for make some changes. It can be only read-only. This will be automatically created the moment when you create deduction cards, and depends on the country, this are going to be populated. Okay. So out of 4 categories, the main one is a payroll relationship groups. This is very important because when we are working in the real time, we are supposed to do this at the time of running the payroll. When we want to run this for multiple payrolls, multiple employees, multiple payroll relationships, it will be used. Okay. Let's see how it can be executed for multiple employees. We'll go for run. Even your payroll is associated with more than number of employees, but I want to run the payroll only for specific people, group of people. Then we'll be selecting this object group, and then we are going to use this payroll relationship group. So within the object group. Okay. So let's enter into the application here. Let me leave this inbox. It seems someone has created and they forgot to publish or cancel. So let's search for object group. We can search from the payroll implementation project, or we can go to global search and search for the task here, object group here. Yes, if we don't find the task even in the global search, we can get it from our implementation project also. Let's go to manage implementation project and search for an implementation here and choose this implementation project here and search for the object group task. We'll be able to find the object group option here. Go to the task, manage object groups, and choose the legislative data group from our list of values from the scope and open the task here directly. Now it's going to ask us to enter the details here. Now we have to go for enter the information. First, we have to choose what type of category. I'm mentioning that TCS object group. And now we have seen the 4 categories. The latest one, process information group, is also introduced by Oracle in the latest version in 21D. In 2021D, in the 4th quarter, they have introduced this. Okay. And now we are talking about the payroll relationship group. Choose this option, payroll relationship group. Select this payroll relation. Now, if we look at here, it is asking, do you want to create a static object group or you want to go for dynamic? If we say static, manually we need to list out which payroll relationships, nothing but employees, you want to include in the group. If we choose dynamic, we have to write a first formula here. The formula will pick the employees who are satisfied, means who are eligible as per the conditions what we have provided. So I'm going ahead with static option here. Click continue button. Now here we'll be providing the object group name here, and then start date, end date. If we want to provide the start date as so and so date, let's say it's valid from 1st January 2021. Click next button. Here it will ask us, tell me what are the work relationship, payroll relationships you would like to go for include, because we are providing the payroll relationship group, right? Employees. And if at all you would like to have any payroll terms also, we can provide here. Right now, we are entering payroll relationship numbers, nothing but employees. Employees who has got associated with our payroll, right? Let's search for employees. Payroll relationship number. So let me search this employees who are associated with our payroll. Let me go for duplicate. Person management. Now P1 employee is there. Now we are going to test for which payroll this employee is associated. HSBC1 payroll is there. Fine. Or we can hire multiple employees and assign, no problem. So we already discussed in our previous sessions how we can configure the payroll. Right, let me test it. So instead of taking some existing employees, what we'll do is we'll go for hire new employees. I'm going ahead with the standard payroll, which is provided by Oracle. It's monthly payroll. I'm going to take. This is monthly payroll. It's a payroll definition, monthly calendar. And we have ledger and legislative data group and valid from 1951. And you can run the payroll for this, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to hire 3 employees for this particular payroll. Okay, so let me go for new person. Let's hire an employee. Yeah, sometimes if it is not filled automatically, just refresh the page. It seems this was old page. Let me go to navigator. There is already employee with the same social security number. I just wanted to change the number. Let's go for change. Go ahead. Here we'll specify the job name as human resource specialist here. We can give any job name, not a problem. Here we can choose this. Let's go for enter the location here. Location is mandatory. If we want to run the payroll, working location is mandatory. Without that, we cannot go for attach the payroll to the employee. Now we will go for add the payroll here, choose the tax reporting unit and go for add the payroll. It's monthly payroll. We would like to go for assign. It's a standard one provided by Oracle. It's monthly we are going to use. And click next button. We'll go ahead with the compensation, salary compensation, basic salary we are going for it. So we hired one employee AS1. Let's hire 2 more employees in the same way, attach the payroll. Now let's go for hire 2 more employees. Let's assign the same payroll here. Monthly payroll. Let's go for hire 1 more employee, 3rd employee. I'm hiring this 3rd employee also for the same payroll. It's monthly payroll here. So total 3 employees are there. Now I want to run the payroll only for 2 employees. So if it is for 1 employee, no problem. We can use quick pay. But when we want to run the payroll for multiple employees, not for all. If it is for all employees, we can go for standard payroll. US simplified standard payroll or standard payroll, we can go for execute. But when it comes for multiple employees, when we want to run the payroll, we have to create object group. In the object group, we have to choose payroll relationship group. Right, that's what we are doing now here. Okay, so the person name here, whatever we have hired, let me search. So we can also find here payroll relationship number AF1. Since we are not getting employee data, means there is some approval might be pending. Let me cross check. Where do we check the approvals? We have already discussed in our global HR, right? We'll go for approval management engine. There we are supposed to cross check. Right. Let's go for transaction console. Now we can see all these all are in this process. AS1, AS2, and AS3. Okay, these all are in different, since it is in process. Curtis Witte has to approve all this. Waiting for approval. Let me log in with that user and go for approvals. Somebody might have enabled approval management option. Now this employee is just going ahead with approval. Fine. So now the approvals is completed. We can cross check here. Just if we go for person management, we can search for an employee or right. Now all the employees are available and we have assigned the payroll. Now I'm going to create an object group for that payroll relationship group. Let's go for define object group and select our legislative data group here. Let's go for specify this data object. I'm going to maintain this object group for payroll relation groups, static, click continue button. There are 3 employees in the payroll. Now we are trying to include only 2 members. So click next button. We can go for search the employees to whom we want to include here. Person name AS1. Now here I'm going to select AS12. And I'm going to add one more employee, AS13. So when we want to run the payroll only for these 2 employees, then what we are going to do, we are going to create an object group under the category of payroll relationship group. AS12 and AS13, 2 employees are there, right? Let's go for submit this object group. Whenever we are trying to run the quick pay or standard payroll, we can find that option. Let's go for payroll. And we are trying to run the payroll, right? So let's go for submit a flow. Sorry, not quick pay. I think I have explained in a wrong way. It's not a quick payroll. We have to go for standard payroll, right? Select US standard payroll. And we are going to choose the payroll name here. Monthly payroll, right? There are more employees in this payroll, but still the moment when we choose the object group, only for that employees, it's going to be executed. Here is payroll relationship group. Select your payroll relationship group, whatever we have created. We did TCS, right? Select this. TCS object group. If it is element group we have, then we can choose that element group and we'll go for submit. Number, it's not a problem. Let's go for submit. So the employees who are in this particular group, only for those employees, the payroll will be executed. Even if your payroll is having more employees, it doesn't matter. It will test it only for those people. Now it's going to calculate the payroll and it wait for a couple of minutes as the process is running by the system. Here we can find. We can find that here calculate payroll is completed successfully. Click on this process. We can see the result here. How many records are affected for this? Now there are 2 records are affected here. Only for these 2 employees, system has calculated payroll because in the parameters we have passed our object group, right? So whatever the object group means, payroll relationship. So object group is having total 5 categories. Recently, Oracle has included one more group called process information group. Actually, we have total 4: element group, deduction card group, payroll relationship group, element relationship group. Total we have work relationship group. Sorry, total 4 categories, and newly they have added one more. Okay. This is how we can create an object group and go for include the employees to whom you would like to go for execute. Okay, thank you. Thanks everyone. Let's do the practice. You can take your own payroll, and go for hire employees, hire 5 to 6 employees and run the standard payroll. But while running the payroll, pass the object group so that the payroll will be calculated only for the employees who are there in the payroll relationship group. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching the video.